Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome to my living room for episode 2 of season 2 of the series Bridgerton, available now on Netflix. So episode 1 was a little bit longer than I was anticipating it being. Tells me how long it's going to be, and I just was not paying attention. But the die was cast, the land was laid, the players were set upon the field, as I say sometimes. So who do we have? So we've got Anthony, the Viscount, who is approaching this very businesslike, very methodically, pretty much as his mother instructed him in season 1. And it is cold and it is sad, yet he's still hooking up with the ladies of the night. Good for them for having gainful wages. Still, it just leaves a bitter ugh. Anywho, but we got Anthony, then we've got Edwina, who has been named the diamond of the season, who seems very smart, very charming. But she's also the little sister. It does actually, though, so far appear that if somebody like the Viscount, she may be able to handle, because she was trained so well by older sister Kate, who we know is going to be the heroine at the end, who kind of has been given a bad dealing hand of life with being her father's daughter and not her stepmother's daughter. Very intriguing little twist there about why she really can't look for a marriage partner at this moment in time. The family relies on the younger sister and the younger sister's grandparents' dowry to pretty much save them. And that's what's horrible, is that it's up to the whims of some other man whether or not your family can prosper enough. Ugh. Still kind of is that way. Ugh. Anywho, that's where we have at this moment of time. We do have the other little side stories. We've got Penelope and her Lady Whistledown. Eloise influencing her, make it to be not so much of a gossip rag, but maybe more of a woman's movement type of a thing. I don't know how well that's going to go in this particular time period, but she's going to give it a whirl. Sounds like she's going to give it a good, honest go. But yeah, that's where we're at so far in time. The gowns are lovely. The music is always enchanting. Trying to figure out what modern tune they have changed and twisted up. So yeah, I'm ready to get back into it, and I'm so glad that you are here joining me for this journey. So let's grab our big comfy blankets. Let's grab our cocktail of choice. I still had some champagne, so the Alfonso cocktail it is for me. So yeah, let's sit back and let's get to it.
Any suitor wishing to gain an audience with Miss Edwina Sharma must first tame the rather prickly spinster of a beast, otherwise known as her sister.
Oh, totally. Duh, Kate. Taming of the shrew, Kate. Sometimes it takes a few seconds to penetrate.
Most marriages of the ton are, in fact, mere matters of business, my dear. Matters that have been working for centuries.
She would have done if it were not for the sister.
Will they send Benedict? Will he send Benedict to woo the sister? Oh, wow.
If I think of it, she may be free.
Oh.
After December. Unless, of course, she is on her honeymoon by then. What is funny, my lord, is you here now after not only what I overheard the other night, but also in addition to everything I have now read of you. Your dubious and libertine reputation goes before you.
Capital R rake.
I told him it would never do, Mom, but he insisted.
Wow. It's very American, isn't it? Look at that maroon. Look at that maroon in the sun.
I'm afraid my sister already has an escort for today, Mr. Dorset.
Mr. Dorset, not Lord, or Earl, Viscount, Baron, Mr.
Mr. Mondrich, it appears retirement suits you well.
Are you planning another foray into the ring, Mr. Mondrich?
Into business.
I hope not.
I'm opening a gentleman's club.
Ooh.
Your father, you know. Eloise, are you listening to me? What do you have in your hand?
Nothing, Mama. It's only a pamphlet on...
She discovers something. Maybe it's the printer she recognizes from the Lady Whistledown pamphlets. Oh, that'd be a really big stretch.
Miss Edwina, I was hoping to call on you this morning.
My sister is well aware of everything.
But I promised my family I'd join them for breakfast. We're exceptionally close.
One can tell a great deal about a man from his family, I rather think.
Speaking of refreshments, I could not help but notice the ladies are without.
We are perfectly content, thank you.
It is an unseasonably hot day, and any gentleman would make sure...
Miss Edwina, allow me to fetch a lemonade for you.
Excuse me.
Smooth.
Oh.
Smooth. Be cool, Ben. Be cool, be cool, be cool, be cool.
Oh, Colin! I had wanted to hear more about your travels.
Thought you would have been bored of my travels by now. You read and replied to more of my letters than anyone else.
Aw, that's sweet.
Pen, how have you been?
Well,
I have a feeling he's hiding something. What is he hiding?
also lonely, perhaps.
Well, I was never on my own, of course.
I see.
Then I finally found you.
You always do.
I believe I've made a discovery. Whistledown's new printer.
You seem passionate, but it is likely coincidence. That pamphlet is surely just what it appears to be.
Oh, well, that's rather obvious.
Pardon me?
You simply chose the horse everyone else has chosen, quite a feeling.
I made a strategic bet.
Oh, so you've considered your horse's temperament as well as the conditions of the track. Nectar ran well at Doncaster, but that was a firmer course. The weather was much cooler, thus his size was an advantage.
I do hope she's right. I really do hope she's right.
It seems Miss Edwina desires a love match, something the Viscount clearly does not.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
You know that, too.
Be separated.
It's all in good spirit, I think.
Yes, I'm having such fun.
Kate, does Nectar not remind you of the beloved horse I used to adore?
I'll take you down to see him.
Excellent idea.
Gotta be quicker on your feet.
The Viscount does not like to lose. He's never stomached it, even back at Oxford.
Ooh.
You and the Viscount know each other from Oxford. I thought you
Start mining. Start mining.
But I must assure you that my interest in you today was genuine on my
Genuine
part.
in the sense you were sent here to distract me, also Lord Bridgerton could get closer to my sister. Do not speak to me or my sister ever again. Seems a second game was afoot today, and Lord Bridgerton made certain I play the fool. Let us go.
What's this?
Tell me what you know of her.
Of who?
We know this is where Lady Whistledown prints her paper. What are those papers?
Nothing for the likes of you. Perhaps you might get your trivial gossip from somewhere else.
That is not what... I'm not here in search of gossip.
Is this Philip?
It would certainly never occur to you that I'm in fact hoping to find the writer so that we may discuss much more intellective matter. The exploration of her mind, a mind which I can already discern is far, far superior to yours.
Is this Philip?
This is not...
If women's rights are what you're after, then perhaps that is what you need to be reading. New thoughts, unsettling ideas. Not too unsettling for you, I hope.
Yeah, so if I remember, Eloise, this book is to Sir Philip with love, but Sir Philip was Marina, season 2's brother-in-law.
Oh, how wonderful.
Oh, they got married.
And
It's officially married.
We are all one family now, Lady Featherington.
Yay.
Yes. You ensured the dowry was paid.
Of course I ensured the dowry was paid.
Oh, this is so sad.
I do relish weddings, don't you, Mrs. Barley?
Oh, certainly, my lord. He does have a pleasing smile.
That smile will be the last thing we see after he installs some beef-witted chit into our drawing room and ousts me out of my very own home. Let's see how pleasing you find it then.
Who's to say she couldn't be hired by the new Mrs. Beef wedding shit, whatever she called him.
And my sister has me watching her as well.
An inner circle, if there ever was one. Though you must know, there will be many people trying to break it apart for their own ends. When those persons inevitably reveal themselves and their rather sly intentions, I simply ask that you tell me who they are, so that I may Decide if they are worthy.
We'll put a pin in that. That may come back later.
Something tells me, Mom, that there are quite a few sly intentions at work here.
Was I so obvious?
Please. This is what happens when you don't have television or internet to entertain you. You just mess with people's lives.
How much clearer must I be?
I brought a gift for Miss Edwina.
What?
I assure you, Miss Sharma, this is a very real horse. I'd not recommend trying to climb inside.
This is all a game to you.
I'm not here to play games.
Then what was Mr. Dorset if not some deceit? I have never met a man as brazenly presumptuous.
You do not even know me.
I know you are polished. I know you are careful. I know you make promises without so much as uttering a word. There is not much more I need to know.
You act as if I'm some kind of villain. When every other woman in London aspires for the kind of marriage I am offering.
I don't think all the women in London know exactly the kind of marriage he is proposing. But maybe they wouldn't care just to have the title.
The horse is for me.
She doesn't have a house. Why would she put the horse? Oh, I'll keep it at my house then so you can come over and visit.
Mr. Bridgerton, you honor me with your presence.
Man, that place is smoky.
Am I a little early?
The crowd will increase with time.
Meaning days, not that night.
I must say, Mr. Mondrich, I'm quite overjoyed to see what a fine establishment you've built by the sweat of your own honest labour. Hear, hear.
Right. Right.
I was unaware there was a ball this evening.
It is.
Because you were invited. You were invited.
She is looking out for her sister. She hopes to find her a love match, and with you, apparently so forthright in your disdain for such a thing. Perhaps Miss Edwina's other suitors plan on choosing their words more wisely tonight. Some are reading poetry, I hear. There is a lesson here for you somewhere, Anthony. I only hope that this time you will finally learn it.
The answer is not to learn poetry. Oh no. Oh, well, that was quite unexpected. What? Who?
How about a pause?
So much interest shown in a young lady whom none of us really know.
But they did do the same thing with Marina the previous season, so that's not quite unusual.
You are right. I was not exactly lonely on my travels. I did begin a real conversation with someone I had known for a very long time, and yet, after everything that happened with Miss Thompson, I realized I never truly knew this person at all, myself.
Yourself.
Uh-huh.
I have you to thank. Your letters were so encouraging. So, I cleared my head, swore off women and love and, well...
Sworn off women, then?
Not for the time being.
I am a woman.
Oh.
You are pen.
There it is.
You do not count.
There it is.
You're my friend.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Pen. Oh, Pen, no.
The new Lord Featherington is certainly a man of taste, is he not?
What?
What an exquisite necklace. Courtesy of the new Lord Featherington, I hear.
It's quite a generous gesture, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
I do wonder what it means.
Yes, we all do.
I need you to teach me how to read that out loud.
Oh, no.
Did I strike you much harder than I realised earlier?
Oh, no.
But I thought this sort of thing was supposed to be your pleasure.
Poetry, yes. Byron, heavens no.
Is not everyone supposed to love Byron?
Poetry's the opposite. Is the art of revealing precious truth with words.
Good night.
What is it truly to admire a woman?
To look at her and feel inspiration?
To delight in her beauty, so much so that all your defences crumble.
Write that down.
A heart.
whose love is innocent.
Follow the assignment. Thank you.
Lord Bridgerton, I did not expect you.
Because you weren't invited.
I spent all evening crafting something original.
Did he know?
Would you like to hear it?
That was another lie. Because it was Benedict.
What is it truly to admire a woman? To honor? To honor?
Because it was a lie.
I cannot claim these words as my own. They're someone else's entirely.
Okay, wow.
I may not be able to offer the display of passion that you truly deserve, but I assure you that when it comes to action and duty, I shall never be found lacking.
Did you hear that, Bond? He cannot give you the love you deserve.
Does that make him a bad man or an honest one?
What stumble heard round the world?
It is often much wiser to focus upon satisfying one's own needs. Attempting to influence others as to the correct course of action, well, it is often a trying and irritating endeavor that only brings out the worst in us before we discover it has been fruitless all along.
Oh, that's very right for my world right now. Horrible.
I paid this printer shop a visit yesterday. Not only are these paper stocks identical, but the letter K's, they are slightly misshapen in the exact same way.
If the same mistake is in Whistledown's next issue, then we will know that the print shop is indeed hers.
So how are you going to fix this one, Penelope?
Can you let her pay for a Stanhope press?
She's going to buy it for him.
Miss Penelope.
What?
These are the young ladies our Diamond has been conversing with of late?
Yes, Your Majesty.
She's speaking with everybody?
Even the most well-kept of secrets must eventually come to light.
How many women are there really? And just like that, we are a quarter way through the season and our story arc. So this is the funny thing about a series like this is because you go, Anthony's not that bad of a guy. He may have some misguided ideas, but for the most part, he's solid. However, if you were Edwina or Kate, you don't know anything about him except that he's a Viscount. Kate has seen the worst of him. So yeah, of course that she's not going to trust him to take care of her little sister. Totally logical. Also, on the other flip side, Anthony knows nothing of Edwina. Is he trying to get to know her? No. He just wants to get her to say yes. Which is not really cool. I guess if you're thinking about him, he was said, oh, in this sea of cars, that's the best car. So you want that one. He's like, great, give it to me. He knows nothing about it. He doesn't know how to drive her. Maybe this isn't the best analogy. But that's what's really interesting when you have like historical stories. Again, where's your conflict going to lie? It's mostly the misunderstanding. Do we have misunderstandings so far? Not really. It's just withholding of oneself is where the biggest disconnection is. Because he might have been very well happy with Edwina and vice versa, but we have been given Kate. We're being pushed towards Kate, that Kate is the one he's supposed to be with. And so far, I guess we're cool with that. Are we? I guess so. I'll just go with that. But for the most part, again, very visually appealing. This world is so rich and it's also so clean. Her little Penelope going through the merchant square, we know it would be a lot more coal a lot darker, a lot grayer, a little grittier. And she's walking through there like she is Cinderella's fairy godmother in that blue cloak and her little blonde hair. But it's still lovely. It makes you want to live there, even though I live there. There you go. It'd be interesting to hear what you all feel so far about season 2, because it's the long burn. That's what we're here for. We're not going to get, because it is the triangle. We have the true love triangle this time around. I don't think we're going to get as immediate to the wedding and so on like we did with season 1. This is going to be a long, slow burn. And I hope you're all there with me as we burn together. So thank you so much for joining me, because again, it's so much fun when we're watching this together. I do hope that you've hit subscribe so you know when the next episode has launched. And until then, see you soon, y'all.